Hey, wanted to speak about chakras and twin flame connection. You must know I'm not a professional about twin flame and unique dynamics and chakras, but I'm for myself enough, and I know from my own experience, and yeah, I really strongly um, am believing in this dynamic of one chakra system for both, and of the um, need to balance that. So if you see the so-called dhrana is normally one who is in the lower chakras, the chakras for physicality, like the first one, the red one, basic chakra for being stable in the world, trust into physicality, and being successful, and being grounded, and being rooted, having roots at all, like family that you belong, country, a place that you belong, and feeling secure in the world. The second is joy and creativity, which the interdependent, as more creative, as more joyful you are, and vice versa. If you cannot be creative because you think you have to be creative only a certain way or perfect, then you have as according less joy. The third chakra of physicality chakras is your power in the world, powerful, how allow yourself to be powerful, emotional world, how you allow yourself to be in your power and alter your emotions, to express your emotions, most of all your powerful emotions. So then we have the heart chakra, which connect all the chakras together, the love that connect and heal them. Then we have the spiritual chakras for the Chiza, which are throat chakra of our truth, to trust in our truth and the truth of who we are, and our channel from the divine that is true. The third eye chakra, this is the vision chakra, the inspiration, and the intuition chakra, how I trust in it, and the spirituality connection to the divine. So you see, every chakra is interconnected, and most of all, it's more on the other end, it's more interconnected. Why it is important that we not focus on the other part of the twin flame is that normally it is not to 0 to 100 maybe, that you are perfectly spiritual and they are perfectly physical, because it cannot even be, because they are interdependent, and to be perfect in any chakra you have to be balanced all chakras. So that's why we sometimes too spiritual without even needing proof and annoy other people because we are just talking things that we don't even know about, or to trust too much in imaginary, live to imaginary world without being grounded, or to adapt it in the physical, which is very important. If you're not happy in physical, we don't need the spirituality as well. As the same as with the physical chakras, if they are not balanced with the other chakras, spiritual chakras, it always missing something very special, like real love, which is not tangible, which is spiritual, which comes from divine, and so on. And or that missing something mystical, because physical is only physical is boring if you don't allow to interact, to the mystical part, if then not proven part is always there. It's always the most biggest part that we cannot explain with just what we see and touch. And most of all, love, the divine love, which is beyond everything. That what they miss, and that what they found in us, as we found in them, the love to be happy in this world, the physical, which we sometimes actually pushing away, but we really want to be happy in physical. Otherwise, we wouldn't even need someone, right? In physical something, but we live in physical body, so you know that. And that's why we actually started this journey in the heart, because it's connect all of them chakras to heal them all, like healing fluid, go through all the chakras all the way and root us to the center of the earth, which the Mother Earth or Father Earth, and to the center of the universe, which is the Father Universe or Mother Universe, Yin Yang, interdependent and one, as we are as twin flames. So why is it important not to focus on them and not to blame them or whatever? Because it's futile, and most of all, it's draw the energy in the wrong direction and draw the energy from the right source of healing. That means they have those chakras balanced, you don't. So if you focus on them, you actually draw the energy from your building sites, and that, because your energy is the same for both, you actually push them away from working on there, because the chakras are interdependent, as I always will stress out, because a root chakra or grounding, it cannot work without to feel completely here in the world, without this mystical power, why we are on the earth, to have intellectual or intelligent human to be understanding of it all. And the same for us, we cannot be right spiritual if we are not rooted and not understanding that the energy which flows through physicality and the universe, the same energy is God's source. So, and the same as all the second chakra is your creativity and joy, and it comes from your vision. You can be creative because you trust the vision that you channel from the divine. And so if you have not opened the chakra, you have to work on them, and they have to work on trusting more the intuition and vision. And so why we have to focus on ourselves, because it's more focus on the balance our weak chakras, we help them automatically. We put, because there's one chakra system for both, we put the right energy in the direction to them, so even they want or not, they're changing, they're transforming in their needing chakras. So and if you focus on them to change them, but you don't want to work on yours, like on your physical chakras, to love yourself, to be grounded, feel safe in the world, to go for your life purpose, your creativity, your power in the world, just feeling physical. You draw the energy from them automatically, so they cannot work on there, because the energy is the same. So you draw the energy in the wrong direction, and we put them in the wrong direction, run from this, because they do just then according to you, because the spiritual one is leading part. They're not doing all the work, but they're leading part because they sparkle it with the love, and because the spiritual part is just more powerful. But that's not meaning that they are less willing, or they are less working on. It's just the same. But if we take the responsibility to do the right work, and not working on their chakras, which are actually the direct reflection of our weakness. So we can only work, if you work on our chakras, we automatically give them the strength and push, but lovingly, just the change from the inside. But if we are going on the outside, and by wanting to bypass to work on our physicality, and to wanting them to understand the spirituality, that's just unfair, because they worked on their physicality. That's what they had, that's what they're born into. We work on our spirituality, and so that would be like they would push you to do or that you cannot. You would run away if you're pushed, right? But on an energetic level, it is just you pulling the energy in the wrong direction, and so they act and they feel accordingly, and they run from that. And because the energy is not enough to work on it, and it's not put in the right place, and drawn in the right direction, and to the to the oblivion of it, to the fear, to run away from it, because it is running from us. If we're pushing them, it's running from our work, and we say they are running. Yeah, it can upset one, but we don't know that, and yeah, I can say we don't want to work, but the saddest part is that we are actually blaming them for what we don't want to do. So this is equally the same work. We are just, as I said, leading it because we understand more, and we have to take actually care of that. They are not fully aware of their power yet, but we do. But this is the same difficulty actually, if you see, to love ourselves so much that the love inside of us can ignite all the chakras that what it's given to us from this connection. So, and you see there, cannot trust the truth from the within, like the intuition. They cannot speak out the truth because they are afraid of it, because they are not familiar with it, and they cannot trust the vision clearly. You're all interconnected, and you see your power is connected to your throat. This is your power, this is your power to your vocal power, but they are very interdependent. So as more you work on your emotional work and your power, the work, you help them to add their power and their truth and trust in it. So that's why it is futile to put the emphasis on what they do. That's absolutely unnecessary, and yeah, that's not get all the story. And sometimes I cannot add I've really understand why people, it's difficult to work on our problems, but why we want them to work on their, if we know how difficult to work on ours, because this is exactly what twin flames are, to work on our issues so we can balance those chakras in one chakra system of one energetic body, that this is merged for both of us and distributed onto physical body, or the same energetic body, right? The same 7 chakras or more. There are more chakras which are just only like chakra below and above from every chakra to as more back up the chakras, but the main chakras are the most important because they say it this major understanding. So that's what I wanted to say. As I said in the beginning, everyone has their own unique coping, and the spiritual coping is spirituality, and the Rana coping is intellectual. So this is the same. That's always the same issue, but we copy differently. Sometimes it is opposite very often, which is difficult to see, because it can be the one is possessive, the other is allowing everything but not uttering even from themselves their needs. So you see, this is opposite but the same issue. You are running away from trusting yourself and trusting that you're loved, and the same is the classic that one can not be intimate, they are afraid of intimacy so much that they're scared to death, and the other is can't be alone and chase them. So you see, we have to work on ourselves so we can help them really, really kindly from the inside to come closer to themselves, as we don't want to be pushed as well in this work, right? So we take all our time, and anyway, if we do this on ourselves, we actually only moving further. But if we're pushing them or focus on that, what they do, and how far they are, and what they do, we actually elongate it. So, and I wanted to emphasize more than just check what resonates with you. You can inform yourself more, and what your heart say to you, because everyone has unique experiences, unique teachings, are unique understandings. So don't be confused. And some people even cannot recognize the twin in the beginning because their aura is damaged, so they have to heal that first in themselves, because they're always mirror. There's nothing wrong only with one. It's always the same issue in the root. So we have to find it out if it's not seen immediately. That's always easy to see what is seen, like in codependency, one is seen to be abusive, the other is passive, but they are abusive too to themselves, at what they allow. And this abusive behavior is the same problem for both. One has to learn not to abuse others, the other has to learn not to abuse themselves, and on and on. And twin flame is always the same core issue, so it's helping them only if you work on yourself. Without pushing yourself as well. Be loving to yourself, be kind to yourself. And as I spoke with my twin in spirit the last time, he was very scared how he would do this to approach me the next, if he would be able already, and I might be angry. And I spoke in meditation to him, like, if you would be ready, you would be know. If you would love me, if you would love yourself, you would know. Now you don't know how to approach me, how to love me, and it's okay. And the other time I spoke to him about how it is let go. We are afraid to let go, because we think let go means we forget them and they forget us. Because really let go, it means to be happy. And yeah, you don't think all the time about them because you're happy. And we think that's, oh, we forget them, or they forget that we're losing it. But if you really know, I said to him, if you are knowing about twin flames, or about what you are to each other, about this union, which is rooted in the universe itself, in God itself, in source itself, then you cannot go completely, because you are knowing. And yes, and work just on those chakras that are weaker in you, and to fulfill all the chakra system, and fulfill all the one and the same body system, to get healthy together and to get one together. And that's what I wish you, and I bless you and hug you. And and if you have questions or some enhancing ideas, or even some maybe improvements, then just don't hold back, and and tell us. So see you.